Yo, what's up guys? In this video I'm just going to be showing you basically this scrim game that me and my duo got into. It was for $250. I'm basically just going to be doing a live VOD review with you guys and for you guys, so maybe you can learn something and like see how we play. So yeah, basically right now we're just trying to get center zone and rotating with no katana, and yeah, let's just see how it plays out.
Alright. This team's looking for tags, just keep following me.
So when I see these two stairs placed, they're not looking at us, they're looking in the other direction. That's basically just to block off their angles from where we're standing. So I instantly look and get awareness around me. So I see this team, they're peeking out their cone, but I see this guy in the air. He's about to land on their base, so I know that they're being jumped on. I can assume that because, you know, someone landed on their base, so they're probably looking for surge or either just trying to get a refresh because they're shams. So I instantly hear gunshots from that direction and see as you can see by the visualized sound effects, that they're fighting over there, and we're about to come across this team. So we don't have to worry behind us anymore because there's not a team behind us because we just looked. Like if I go back, there's literally no one over here. Maybe that team over there, but they can't see us behind this hill because there's literally no one here. That's the only team that's here. So we're basically, this is a free rotate, and now we're coming in front of this team right here.
You still with me?
We just have to be careful that we don't get shot at. And Ben, my duo, ends up actually getting shot at. So here I noticed that there's a bunch of trees you can refarm. So I see a bunch of players that, you know, maybe are new to comp. They build out of like metal or brick here, and there's no brick or metal refarm like right here in this area. So make sure you're aware of like what's around you and like what you can refarm before you actually like build. So as you can see, I was already on wood like this whole rotate. I was on wood this whole time because there's a bunch of wood refarm. So he ends up getting shot at. We just place a few walls and then just instantly refarm, and then he calls me to just keep on following him, and we're pretty center zone here. So basically in these rotates you're just going to want to stay on your teammate.
Do you have that keg still?
Yeah. And so I recommend at least one person from your team carrying a red dot, because it's really good for surge, and then you're probably going to end up getting a refresh in the end game, so you can just drop that red dot because it's obviously not insane inside of a box. An SMG or pistol or AR would definitely be better. So
can you throw it on me while I look for tags?
So Ben makes a base above me, my duo. So I basically just throw a shield keg up there, and he can peek as much as he wants and just get his heals back instantly with the shield keg. That's what's really good about the shield keg. So he has a red dot, and
hit 166 behind us.
As you can tell, Ben's a really good player for getting surge. So I throw a shield keg down on him, and then he makes a base up high, and then I go down in my lower box and maybe just calm out tags for him to have, and basically just calm anyone who's over peeking or like peeking really badly, so that we can get a free shot off and free surge. Surge is honestly really good in these games. These stacks lobbies, like 70 people left, like first moving zone, like you're gonna want a good base surge.
Tags for us.
So as you can see, my duo Ben, as you can see, gets cracked here. So this is another good reason to always carry a shield keg if you're not carrying a katana, because you can just instantly throw it down right beside him, and like it can reach from a pretty far distance. As you can see, I just throw it below him, and then it reaches him, and he's just, as you can see, he's just farming surge and also not really taking any damage because I have the shield keg, and you can just get back to max health. So another thing is, if someone's rotating like right next to you, like just beam them. Like, why not? It's free surge. This is perfect SMG range. It doesn't matter if you have a red dot right here, because this is literally perfect SMG range, AR, pistol, anything. If someone's rotating, just beam them. Like, it's free surge. Like, why not? Oh, is a kid rotating?
I know, I'm looking at everyone.
He ends up building right when I hit it, which is a little unlucky.
30 white, 60 white on brick over there. Past bridge. It's the fight behind past bridge. Looking at kids in the air. 30, 60 in the air.
Also, another way to get really good surge is always look at kids in the air, because like there's no harm of looking in the sky when literally no one's looking at you if you're looking in the sky, and there's really no harm if you're looking at kids mid gliding, because they can't shoot you when they're gliding. So like it's not like you're trading surge with anyone, it's just free surge. So always look at people who are gliding in the air.
30, 60 in the air in front. 90 in the air in front.
I'm coming up.
130, 140.
Alright, go.
Dead. Dead out the air.
And look, Ben has insane aim. I mean, he's on controller, so that's a free kill, free surge. Like, just always shoot at kids if they're gliding.
90 white, dead. Kids, edge of zone, it's a solo. He's barely in zone, body him.
So, look at this kid. This is a really good comm by my duo, Ben. If someone's edge of zone, they're probably, like, full shims. Like, they're probably, like, just getting out of zone. They probably made a really long rotate. And in zone, basically, the whole, like, half the game. So, always just spray them, because they're probably going to end up running out of mats, or either just, you know, panicking. And it's just free surge, again, which we're already 800 above almost, which is really good. But like, this could be a free kill right here. What if zone pulls to him, like next zone? You know, we could tarp to him and have free mats, and you know, won't waste anything.
I hit one like 18 a few times. We pulled again. Some kids are rebooting.
Also, another thing, since zone just pulled and we're like right on the edge, if you're on the edge of zone, kids are probably going to be rotating like toward you. So always be aware of kids that are rotating like toward you, because they can just, you know, maybe jump on you with the katana and just pump you. Just be aware of your surroundings when you're on the edge of zone as well.
Right here. Think wide. Team rotating next to us.
So, as you can see, there's a team rotating next to us, which we literally just talked about. When you're on edge, always be aware of your surroundings. So, as you can see, this team literally rotates, like, right on us. So, we can go at the bottom of our box and, like, get easy tags, or maybe even a decent refresh here. So,
Crack whited below us.
as you can see, he whites the team that's below us, so it's also free kills. If you white someone and they're like a few boxes away from them, you can always pressure them and get free kills.
Yeah. Four.
So we end up trying to
SMG.
pressure this team.
Whited, one shot, hop in. One shot. Yeah, nice. I'm calling back in. Yep, nice.
So we end up getting this refresh here, and there's still teams like spraying us from behind. So always go out in front and just spam metal builds, and then come back, and there's already like max metal here. So you can just come back and get the extra mats from the team that you just killed.
Nice. Just come get me.
So
We'll
as you can see, I just spam build in front so they can stop spraying.
get the loot in a minute.
Go back and
You gotta get me.
and then get the refresh on metal, and then just resin. And always make sure
Alright, nice.
you're
We're 1,000
protected
above.
while you res.
I'm dropping this red dot.
So we go back up into our base and, you know, get better awareness, because a bunch of people have already rotated towards us, because we basically pulled zone, like every single zone pretty much from this game. And that's a really good part about being center zone. So basically you're just 75% gonna pull the next 3 zones. So that's the best thing about being center zone. So here this team tarps us. Basically what my duo is doing, and even if we're 900 above right now, that's not going to last till the end of the game. Because if we're 900 above and there's going to be so much more zones that we're going to have to go through in the end game, and maybe we won't have time to get surge, it's always to get as much surge as you possibly can. So as you can see, this team is tarping onto us, so they're probably looking for surge. So Ben just trying to back them off, and also it's good to get surge. So basically
130 on.
he hits him for 130. I hit him for 20. It's basically like making a bet mid-game. Like, you know, like, I'll tag you for 20, you tag me for 20. Like, all right, bet. Like, it's basically making a bet, like, mid-game. Like, we're not trying to get these kills. We're just trying to get surge. And that's what this team was doing. And as you can see, they backed off.
Do you have another mythic slope juice? Can you give it to me?
They backed off after they got their surge.
I'm just trying to back them off of us.
Yeah, that's exactly what Ben says.
We should be good now. There's no way they had it again.
So basically, we're chilling on surge, we're chilling on mats, we're chilling on heals. We just don't have a katana. So we're basically getting ready for this next rotate, because we know we're gonna have to rotate sometime this game, and we don't have katanas. So two minis. So always be prepared when you're gonna rotate when you don't have katanas, and where you're gonna rotate. And basically, the free rotate is where you're going to want to go most of the time.
I'm just going to build more space.
So right here, he's just building a bunch of space and then going back down and getting all the mats that we just got from that refresh. And we end up doing this here later as well. So it's always good to get a refresh, you know, mid-game going into end-game.
We'll go back down. Just stay up here. We pulled again.
Why don't you drop all your mats uphill here and go back down?
No, it's fine. Alright. Just chill here. Look for... Don't edit anything.
So basically, my duo here, he says don't edit anything, because most likely if you edit, someone's going to spray at you, especially in these late zones. And we end up pulling another zone, which is, again, why you need center zone. Like, this is just a really good game, really lucky game. So yeah, always get center zone, and also just don't edit anything. You don't need anything right now. So yeah.
1300 above. Just look for your gun.
The only time you can edit something if it's really free and like there's like no one gonna be looking at you. So I mean, it's okay to edit if you're not editing like wide open where literally someone's gonna probably look at you.
Right here. Here, get up here.
So right here we edited the floors right here. There's not really a high chance of someone, you know, pumping us or attacking us from this angle right here.
Look, just look through this floor right here. On the loop below us, I think.
So there's a team on the loop below this, so we try to go down and, you know, maybe fight them, because they're probably all of our builds down there. So we're just maybe trying to back them off, because you might need those mats later on in this game.
Just bait the loot right here. Yep, team coming for it. Watch out, they have a peanut butter, don't edit it. Just bait this. Alright.
So I see that there's mats right below us, so always do this if, like, you know, you don't want to waste any mats, and you're probably going to want to tarp a little bit before you do a rotate. So here I drop a bunch of mats, go down,
I'm good.
and get the extra brick right here. And then now look, you have 300 extra mats in this box right now. So, and I'm still 555. So we can tarp out 300 extra mats and into zone and just not waste any builds. So that's always good, especially if you don't have a katana in these end games.
How much is up here?
300.
Alright.
So as you can see, he's tarping out a lot and then coming back and just getting the extra mats, because that's always a really good thing to do, really smart thing to do in these end games.
Alright, that should be good enough. Alright, me right now, ready?
So this is our first rotate. We're rotating without a katana, so I'm just gonna basically show you how we got through this rotate, and maybe if you don't have a katana, this is how you should rotate if you're not using a katana. So it's always good to build a little bit, and as a fragger, you're always going to want to block your back a little bit, maybe in wood, just to make sure no one's like trailing you from behind or following you, so they can't, you know, pump you and ruin the whole rotate. So
Stop here for a second.
So as a fragger, this is always a really good thing to do. When your teammate's already based up, you place floor, ramp, so you block your back, and then walls in the sides. So that's always a really good thing to do.
Just hold
If you're a
everything.
fragger and you're trying to get to your teammate.
150 above us. Leave him, leave him, leave him, leave him. Come here, come here, come here, come here. In right here. In right here.
So like, bro, like I don't even know what this guy's doing. Like he just phases right through my duo's wall. So I instantly calmed him. You know, there's a guy in your box. Just be aware.
In right here, in right here, in right here. Box, my box. 120. Like that.
So free kills, obviously, all because I calmed to him that someone was in his box, and so he could be aware of that.
Dead.
So this late in an in-game, you don't really need a blade. Blades are just good for those early rotates that we just rotated in, and you don't really need a blade because you can get split up easily, and you can obviously just tarp right in with your mats. So get tarp in metal a little bit.
Alright, pull this way, follow me.
Yeah,
Get in here. Get down here, get down here. Break, break, break.
So as you can see, I'm just turning around, looking at our back, just making sure no one's sneaking up on us, and like, you know, always just have awareness on where you're at.
Drop, brick and metal.
So always a good thing to do if you're a fragger, and if your IGL is tarping, you split both mats and then split them again, and then always give them the perfect amount of mats, and you can also have really good mats as well as a fragger.
Good, thanks. Follow. Oh, now I'm up. Get up here. Get up to me. Hold this way, just follow me. Hold back right here.
So we're in a pretty decent spot right here, and except it pulls up, so we're just gonna, you know, try to get up as fast as possible. So as you can see, that rotate was pretty awful, but the water kind of screwed us up a little bit. But as you can see, it pulls up here, so we're just trying to get it above this mountain because we're kind of stuck at this area, in this area right now.
Yeah, I'm marked.
So we tank storm a little bit, and then because I have a max med mist, so it's always good to tank storm when you can.
Follow me.
Because if it's always good to tank storm a little bit if you're rotating, because maybe you can get some more placement, and you know, it just is a little less risky because no one's really in the storm.
Got us into an old tarp. Get in here.
So if you find an old tarp, always go into the old tarp. because it's free build. You don't have to waste any mats, and it's always just really good to go in an old tarp because no one's gonna sneak like and break into your base. So
Use it. Watch our floors. I need metal and brick again.
here's all my metal.
Here, follow me.
I think maybe on this rotate, I just had to stake on him and maybe stay on him a little bit better. But yeah, I end up going down. It ends up getting a little sketch, but Ben ends up clutching up here for us.
Yeah.
I couldn't really do anything there, but as a fragger, so it's fine to go down because your IGLs are always gonna be the one with more mats and tarping. So it's fine if the fragger goes down, because don't get mad if you go down as a fragger, because your IGL is always going to be the one ahead and, ready to rotate.
Sorry.
If you're on a mid-ground layer, my duo, he's a really smart player. Always edit your floors, because that's where the most people are going to be if you're on a mid-ground layer, like Ben is right here. So he ends up editing this floor and getting this free kill right here. So as you can see, he's tanking Storm here because he has max splash and a slurp juice. So it's always good to tank Storm when you can. So you can clutch out placement and play your splashes. Play your shot.
No.
So this guy's healing in zone. I personally would have gone for him first, but he sees that this guy's fighting, so he's probably more shams, maybe. So he goes down and keys the kid that was fighting. So he's smart enough to know that that other kid was med misting, and he probably is low on whites. So Ben just basically just stays in his box and just holds, and maybe that guy will die before him, which does end up happening here.
Let's go.
And we end up getting $250 from this scrim, and also a competitive role in PRO Scrims, which is a really good server. I recommend playing it. So yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed and hope you learned something new.